Hello, delicious people, wonderful people, superb people. How are you today? Today I'm talking about the chicken or the egg. Which comes first? The energy change and then the event? Or the event and then the energy change? Good question. I'll tell you all about it on the other side. So I was talking to the Emissaries the other day. Have you noticed I start it's like a joke, isn't it? I was talking to the Emissaries the other day and they said, but I talk to them a lot. Okay, and they tell me stuff. So I was talking to them the other day and I was saying, look, what's going on? I'm seeing, lots and lots of seeding. They're doing lots of seeding at the moment, that the cases are going up, that we might have to start, all of that crap. Yeah. So I said to them, what's going on? What's happening? Is are they doing another push or what? And as they often say, don't expect good things from baddies. The baddies do the bad stuff, so don't expect them to do anything else. That's what they're going to do. But they said this: they only have one set of bullets. They only have one set of bullets. They fire them well, but they only have one set of bullets. So what's happening is that all they've got is to fire the same thing, same stuff. Yeah, that's all they've got. That's what they've got in their reserves. And obviously, the sign of madness is doing the same thing over and over again and expecting a different result. They haven't got a choice. That's all that they've got. They've only got X, Y, and Z, and that's all they can do. So what they were saying was, what they're doing is they're doing more of the same. The problem is that they know that everything that they do is waking people up. But that's all that they've got. So it's like shit or bust. It's shit or bust. They've either got to do it, or if they don't do it, they're not going to get the end result. And if they do it, they're not going to get the end result. So they are in shit street, as they say here, between the sword and the wall. Yeah. So they went on then to talk about the fact that the events that happen because of the increase in vibration. What they said was, look, the Great Awakening has always been coming. It is coming. There is no stopping it. They know that. We know that. And they're just playing for time. This is just a game that's being played out. And I thought this was so very important to kind of a change of, for me, in terms of a change of how I think about what's happening. What they're saying is that the energy and the frequency and the vibration is increasing for all of the reasons that we know, and all of the catalysts that are increasing that. But what they were saying was, as the energy increases, the events take place that match and mirror the energy, right? Because I used to think maybe the event changed the energy and that's why they would do these bad things to make sure that the energy would be dropped or whatever. So what the emissaries were saying was, no, as the energy increases, events happen. Because those events fit like a puzzle into the process, but they're actually created by the energy shift. So what does that mean in terms of what we're living at the moment? When stuff happens, the bad stuff, that happens because it has to happen that way. It has to work that way, because bad stuff happens because more people need to wake up. Bad stuff happens so that people can see what's going on, so that people can come out of the slumber. And good stuff happens because the vibration is increasing. So it's kind of like this network, this matrix of stuff that's happening. What difference does it make whether one starts one or the other one starts the other? The difference is this, and this is what they said, and I thought was really interesting. They said that's why it is very, very difficult and often dangerous, not dangerous as in could cause problems, but dangerous for your credibility, to foretell events. Because they said when you foretell events, you are foretelling the events based on the current frequency and vibration, of course that increases and events change. And the events must change according to the frequency. So they were saying when the people who do a lot of foretelling of events, and God, we've seen that a lot, haven't we? What's happening is maybe at the time that might be something that's very plausible. But then the energy shifts and it's not plausible anymore. It doesn't fit in with the puzzle. So they were saying far better that we focus on the energy, focus on helping the energy, and know that as the energy increases, so do the events change, and the events keep changing. But it's also nice to know that even the bad events are changing because they're being molded and manipulated by the energy increase. And I suppose that's probably why the emissaries never really get into foretelling events. I mean, they did talk about the 5 waves of the awakening, which I'm seeing, watching happen, yeah. But they don't go into whens, and they don't always go into how, like the mechanics of how. Why? Because I suppose that's very mutable. And so, when you look at the predictions of that guy who used to lie down and go into trance, and he would tell people how to heal themselves, and he would foretell the future. I can't remember his name. David Wilcock says he's a reincarnation of that guy. I can't remember his name now. And also Nostradamus. I mean, Nostradamus did some foretelling, like some deep, shitty, horrible prophecies, yeah? So does the Bible. But that's basically prophecies based on the energy at that time. And of course, we're shifting all of the time. And do you know what I think? This is the feeling that I get. And I know lots of us, myself included, we want to see this clean dividing line of bad, good. It's over. It's done. And I really don't think it's going to be like that. I really don't. What I see happening is this subtle changing, this shifting that's happening according to the way that the vibration is increasing. Because the vibration is not going to do that. That's not the way. That's not the sense that I get. It's this. It's an increase. Remember, according to those who know, the 12th of December is the date when we go into the Golden Age, when we actually enter into it, the 12th of December. What happens before? It's like the sun coming up. We can't see the sun yet, but if you watch the dawn before the sun comes up, everything's alight. Everything's, you can start to see silhouettes, and then you can start to see detail. The sun actually hasn't come up, but we're seeing. And this is what it is. It's kind of this gradual increase of energy, right? And, we're going to get to the point where the sun's in the mid-sky, right above us. I don't know how long that's going to take. I think it's going to be a while. But it doesn't matter. When the sun's up, the sun's up. So already everything has been shown. We're seeing all of the badness. Why? Because the dawn's coming and the light's being shone, and that's all that's happening. So it's this gradual change. For me, I'm happy as Larry, just that I'm going to see the top end of that sun, the tip of that sun coming up and shining all the beautiful light. Because I think, even, God only knows what the energy is going to be like when this process is above us, when we're in full golden age. I mean, it's going to be orgasmic, I would imagine. But even just seeing the tip of that bloody sun popping up, Mr. Sunshine got his hat on, I'm over the moon. And if I have to wait till the 12th of December to see the top end of it, no problem, because everything's light and bright now. Everything's starting to be seen. Not everybody can see it, but boy, when the sun comes up, everybody won't have a choice. They'll have to see it. They have to. There is no choice unless they close their eyes and they walk around blind. That's their choice. But if you open your eyes, you're going to see it. So there we are. Our job, keep that energy, keep promoting the flow of that energy, the increase of that energy, and watch the events. But don't believe that the events have anything to say about what's coming. If you understand. The events are happening because of the vibrational change. The events aren't foretelling anything. They're just a result. Yeah. So there we are. There we are. Have a beautiful weekend, and I will see you all on Monday. I love you all. Bye bye.